Let's go, let's go. Open up those um, chips. Uh, and I forgot to click on open up to 10. Um, okay, let's correct it. And now it's gonna do well. And let's see. Let me just remind myself again. Okay, 5,700. Okay. Let's keep going. And again, I wish to get enough so that I'm able to pull for Forge of Solus because I really want Forge of Solus, and I really do not want Sword of Balance. Because unfortunately, Sword of Balance kind of sucks. You can only give it to Sentios twins, and they even with the with the Sword of Balance, when you give them Sword of Balance, they're still not quite meta. Unfortunately, um, I think it needs a buff across the board. But Forge of Soul is such an amazing combat weapon that I would really love to have. I have the 4 star and I'm loving it. Really, it's just built different. So yeah. Okay, what is this? A new 4 star? New 4 star pinpointer. Okay. Um, I don't think I can get many more new 4 stars. I think I only miss a couple. So let me check real quick how many do I miss. Bot course, combat, check, and I am missing only 3. Sound barrier, Enrax, and Taraxodon. I would love to have Enrax and Taraxodon, sound barrier less so. Let's see if I can get any of those 3 as well. But honestly, combats are really hard to come by in general. Uh, the events for them are very rare, usually one event every 2 months. So they are very scarce. That's why, with all the time that I've been playing, I still do not have all the 4 star combats, you know. And well, comparatively, you could also argue that I have very little 5 star combats compared to the 5 star bots. So there's definitely a huge. It's not quite balanced. Um, but yeah, let's see if I can get no if 4 stars. Come on, give me some 4 stars because even duplicates because I need shards. Okay, thank you. That's more like it. Okay, let's go. Again, I love a Forge of Solus. So, let's see what ends up being pulled. Again, a lot of 2 stars. A lot of 2 stars, definitely. And I feel like they should probably buff the amount of shards that 2 stars give. Because rates on their own are very unimpressive. Let me check if the rates are displayed. They are not. I believe it's 1 or 2% for the 4 star, the standard rates. But in my experience, I feel like it's 99% chance for the 2 stars. So, let's keep going. But at least, the Meta Maker bundle treated me very well. So I cannot complain that much at all. But I would love to get also, a hefty sum from these. So uh, let's keep pulling. And of course, loading screens are still very much present. Okay, let's keep going. But yeah, Enrex, he can be very useful, to heal up, the 4 star. You could run him on a bot like Tasmanian Kid and Antagony to give them a really decent amount of lifesteal. And also, his 5 star is in a pretty underwhelming bundle. So going for the 5 star, he may be a bit tedious unless you already have him. And also, what is this? So many 2 stars. Oh, why? Come on, you can do better than this. Come on, game. Come on, you can do better than this. But yeah, and also, who did I send the missing? NRX. Yeah, NRX really nice. I do have the 5 star, and I would like to have 4 star also, because special class melees are so really, unfortunate. Uh, they do have significant design flaws. They want to engage in melee combat, but they usually do not have enough survivability to really justify the melee combat. You know, unless they can nuke everything like Optimal Optimus before they get in danger. You know, but otherwise, yeah, they can be a big problem. And Enerax, okay, finally a 4-star. Oh boy, how many crystals? Oh, that's a lot of crystals down the drain. And I got only what 4 or 5 so far, but okay. Let's keep going and hoping I get something decent. But yeah, Enrex, you know, really helps them with it gives them a significant health increase. They get more healing. It increases their damage once they are hit by elemental attacks, and that's actually going to happen more often than you think because you know Megatronus Prime Core deals fire damage in a huge area, so you are definitely very likely to get hit by that one. Um, Players in outposts run combat, so they're like Nightstick and Fracas who deal acid damage. There are both, you know, like Optimal Optimus and Judgmental to Megatron, a very popular outpost who also do fire damage, so you are okay, finally another force to duplicate. But yeah, you are very likely to get hit by elemental damage and get that very powerful buff from Anorex in terms of damage. I'm not sure how much 4-star gives. I think it's maybe like 20% DPS, something like that, and 30 something percent HP. Or is it? I'm not sure. I don't have a 5-star, but I know the numbers are really worth it. And also, once your bot dies, it's you know NRX, you know, and Firelight. Well, they transform and kind of you know do their thing. Come on, last 2 stars. Can we get last 2 stars? Come on. It's just 2 stars are so unexciting. They're just so bland, you know. Looking, you know. Okay, so let's check. I got a lot of shards, however. That's undeniable. So let's keep digging. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 4-star duplicates. 4-star duplicates. Yeah. And of course 3 stars as well, because the difference between the amount that... Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yeah. Double. Nice. That's very nice. Okay. That's a lot. That I can, you know, get behind. Very nice. Okay, let's keep going. And let's hope the rest of the pools will be as exciting as these. Okay. Duplicates, come on. I love combat duplicates. So, let's see. And I'm kind of hoping to... Wow. To also get Forge of Souls. I keep repeating this, but it's just because I want it so much. And another 4-star. Okay, let's keep going. Whew. Speaking of Forge of Souls, okay. But yeah, well, 3-star duplicates you give you so much more than 2-star duplicates. They definitely need to look into and just let 2-stars give a little bit more, or you know, or decrease the rates of 2-star drops, because the 2-stars just drop such tiny, insignificant amount that barely adds up. You know, yeah. What is this? Very little, very little. So yeah. I think they drop 2 shards each, and I think that the 3 stars drop 20. I think based on what I'm seeing roughly. So that's a significant difference. Um, Very significant difference, and yeah, just such a small number dropped from the 2 stars. And also, you know, the 2-star combats, they have very little use in general. You know, um, so yeah. Okay, let's keep digging. But sure, I guess you could make the same argument about 2-star bots having very little use as well. But you know, the 2 stars, you know, they adapt. They give you the 3-star shards. 3-star shards give you 4 stars, and 4 stars give you 5 stars. And now I haven't really calculated, how much is it comparatively. Like for example, how many 2-star combat duplicates would you need for a whole 5-star compared to bot duplicates. But what we should also take into the count is that bots you get it's so much greater rate the bot crystals than combat crystals. Combat crystals, yeah, are super scarce, especially compared to bot crystals. Maybe probably think that again, I'm pulling this number randomly. I haven't done any math. Okay, so now we have a clear sample. So one drops, one 2-star drops 2 shards. Okay, again, yeah, this number I'm dropping, just randomly out of the blue. But I feel like we get 10 times as many bot crystals compared to combat crystals. Well, chips, right? Okay, something new, something new, something new. Sort of balance. Oh, the 4-star. Yeah, I hope that's not um, um, a doomsday prophecy that I'm also gonna get a 5-star instead of Forge of Soulless. Because I really want Forge of Soulless and I really do not want Sword of Balance. Whew, how many do I have left? Okay, about halfway there. And I'm tired from pulling already. Let's keep going. I wish that the loading screens were faster. And also, yeah, the combat duplicate shards that you get, you can spend them to get the combat. However, let me check. I think they're all mixed up here. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, they're mixed up, and I never know. Oh, I think there are recording issues. Okay, this is nice. Okay, yeah, but in all this time I still haven't got a single combat to have so many duplicates to claim it. Definitely it drops very little. So let's see. CL, how many? The 500. Okay, that's respectable. But then again, I believe bots, the 4-star bot duplicate drops 1,000 of its individual shards. So yeah, and add up the scarcity of combat chips to it all. Yeah, that definitely explains why I still haven't ended up getting enough individual combat shards for duplicate. Okay, but nice. Okay, I'm getting 4-star duplicates here. Okay, let's keep digging. Another one. Okay, this is really fantastic. Very nice. Let's keep digging. Okay, what is this? Another one. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, let's go for more. Okay. Yeah, that was fantastic. I got a lot of 4-stars in a row. Let me check now. How many shards do I have? I'm just curious. Okay, that's very exciting. Very exciting number. Can I possibly get to 15k? I know it's asking for a lot, but can I possibly get to 15k? So just in case I get shafted and get Forge of Soulless first. Excuse me, if I get Sword of Balance first, just so that I can get Forge of Soulless second. Can I just be safe? Let's keep going. A little more. Well, about 800 crystals more left. So yeah, definitely a hefty number. So let's keep digging. And of course, all these drop combat spark, and there's never enough combat spark for me personally. I think I have 3 binary bonding element lying around, and not quite enough combat spark to use it all. Yeah, they definitely need to. There's never enough spark. They need to up the number of spark that you get, because this is what they keep saying every now and then. Basically, they keep release new bots, new combats, but the amount of spark, all the spark across the board that we get, remains the same. So a real world comparison will be like increase the cost of living, but keep your paycheck the same. I guess I hope that provides further elaboration on the point that I'm trying to make. Basically, it ruins the game's economy, and the most fundamental reason for that is that developers generally do not play their game. Well, specifically, I'm talking about developers of Transformers Art Wars. They do not really play Transformers Art Wars. Who would have thought? Which is unfortunate. You need to play your game for it to be successful, and it really shows. The problems really do end up showing. From broken economy to balancing issues, but okay. Uh, the game's been going on for 9 years now, and sometimes I'm surprised it survived for 9 years. Considering the entire situation. Uh, in regards to development. But okay, here's to 9 years, to 9 more years at least. I just would like for the game to keep on going, but also to keep on growing and actually improving. And of course, developers need to start playing their own game. That's the first and foremost. This most essential part to that change. Okay. I haven't seen any 4 stars. Haven't seen any recently. Frankly, I did get a lot of them, but the more the merrier. I can never complain about getting an. There's never enough of 4-star duplicates, so I can get more chips. Again, because combats are so scarce, they drop in such a scarce amount. Very few events have them. But okay, let's keep on digging. And for the value, basically what you see me opening, well, in previous video and this video as well, is value that they are charging for the Armada Optimus Prime skin. So all of this or a skin, the choice is clear. Screw the skin. Skin is definitely overpriced, and I'm not getting it. Absolutely, I'm not getting it. Screw the skin. And it clearly shows that many other people also not getting it, because I don't think they would have made such a great deal bundle if the skin didn't flop. Basically, from my understanding, they have kind of a quota to fulfill, and of course, to keep the game going. And I suppose for that week they did not get enough, because the skin was terribly overpriced. Absolutely not touching it with a stick. Finally, a 4-star. Whew, okay. But yeah, this is really fantastic deal for the most part. And let me check how many chips do I still have left. 99. Was supposed to be 100, but I accidentally clicked on one without. Okay, another 4-star, another 4-star. Okay, let's keep going. Can we get to 15k by the end of it? I hope we can, because I do need an insurance policy in case I get shafted, because sometimes my luck can be very much in my favor, and sometimes it can be terrifyingly terrible. So let's hope that this time it will be in my favor and I end up getting Forge of Solace. Because I've opened two crystals already and haven't got it. And the weapons are definitely overpriced from my point of view. I think that 7500 is definitely, it's 50% more expensive than combat. For what? For a combat, you just call it a weapon, but it's a combat, At the end of the day, you equip it to a bot. Definitely shouldn't be 50% more expensive. Okay, NRX. Very, very, very nice. That's in total so far 3 new 4 stars that I did not have. So I only have, I think, 2 more left to get, which would be sound barrier and pteroxodon. Okay, let's keep on going. Almost there. Okay, that's it. That's it. Now let's take a look. Moment of truth. Okay. 50% chance for Forge of Souls. Let's see. Forge of Souls, come on. Forge of Souls. Hammer and not a sword. Hammer, 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 hammer. Yes! Yes! Finally! Woo! Yeah! Yeah. Nice. Finally, Forge of Souls, it paid off, and that's definitely, so exciting. I still have to decide who to put it on, but let me check now. That's a lot of okay, it's actually not a lot. It's gonna burn down very fast. Forge of Souls, let me find it somewhere. It's weapons, right? Weapons. There we go. I still missing. Actually no. Okay, no problem. But okay. Yeah, I guess I'll upgrade it, and I suppose that's pretty much going to be it for this video. I want to thank my channel members Joker and the KW Mirror for being members of the channel and going above and beyond to support the channel further. And of course, if you wish to do the same, you can definitely join as a member. It's entirely optional and only do it if you can afford to do so. Otherwise, don't worry. I merely have to, let people know about it, that it exists. And yeah, but okay, Forge of Souls, yeah, okay, and then let's put it to level 11. Let's go. Boom! Just crazy. The Forge of Souls, crazy amount of damage that you deal additionally to boss, the survive. I love this. I love this weapon and I finally have it. But yeah, that's it for this video, and thank you for watching and sticking with me until the end of it, especially if you did so, because it's a hefty one. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one.